Alright, don't know why the game decided to go um, straight into combat music mode. Welcome back, everybody. It's the next day. I went to sleep, but did some off-camera work, uploaded a few more episodes to get my hard drive a little less full. But the big news is, in the last episode, we cured our vampirism, but we may have just taken on an even worse curse. Sarah has woken up after her first transformation. I cut that out because I felt like she won't remember it, so to keep you guys immersed, I'm going to keep you guys remembering it by not showing it.
You awake? I was starting to think you might never come back. Yours was not an easy transformation, but you're still alive, so congratulations. We even have a celebration planned for you. There's a pack of werewolf hunters camped nearby at Gallows Rock. The Silver Hand. I think you've met them before. We're going to slaughter them. All of them. Lead on. Skior's already scouting ahead.
Scouting ahead? Do werewolves even scout? What does it mean to be a werewolf?
Nothing until you choose to use it. Then, well, you got a taste. Stronger, faster. It doesn't last long, though. The blood of your foes can sustain you, if you're willing to feed. The more we feed, the greater our prowess will grow. We could perhaps discover even more gifts of Hercene.
I actually forgot about the werewolf tree. I'm actually not done it very much. What just happened?
You were born into the pack, sister. I almost envy you. That first time is always the most intense. You gave us even more trouble than Farkas did at his first turning.
Yeah, I might have killed some people. We might have killed somebody rather important. I wasn't really paying attention to what I was doing, and I might have killed someone that we're going to notice is gone from the city when we get back, unless the game revives him. I don't know if they will. We'll see. Am I a werewolf now?
You have the blood of the wolf in you. You'll need to build up your strength before you can call on it again, though. Just be careful where you do it. Some cowards in this land can't stand the sight of glory before them.
That's one way to put it. Where are we going?
The Silver Hand have taken over the old fort at Gallows Rock. They always make such easy prey.
Okay. She's not going to ask about a cure. This was definitely not her plan, but it definitely served its purpose, and she might look for a cure later. But we now have non-vampire Sarah back for once. She has been freed of vampirism, and I was actually kind of interested to see if she was. We're also going to grab the transformation. We also have the Ring of Hercene, which we're currently wearing. An interesting part of this is that we will be able to transform more often. I don't know if it just gives us an extra transformation per day, or if it's what? Oh wait, beast form. That's right. I thought it was like just transform or something. But yeah, we now have the form of the wolf. I am going to use it here. Sarah's probably interested to try this new power out. She got a taste of it before when she saw that, and then she just got her taste of it being a werewolf. It does that every once in a while, where it does the kill cam of me mauling the crap out of them. But yeah, we can feed upon them, and then I don't know if it'll heal us. You do kind of have to be careful with how often you feed. I am going to feed as much as I can, though, because we get perk points. Which, if we go into this, we'll notice this. I don't know if we have any perk points right now, Do 25% more damage as a werewolf? Apparently not. I don't know if perk points, if this specifically gets more perk points itself, or if we use what we get on our leveling up. But I completely forgot this was a thing. I only thought the vampires had this. I forgot this was a thing. So before we go um, trying to become, before we make the change back, because we will eventually change back to being a vampire, I find it more beneficial to Sarah, and she's going to have other reasons why she eventually decides to go back. But for now, she'll be working towards this. I also noticed when I was working on the episode that it didn't really come out clear what I said at the end of the last one. She basically said, "Here, scene, protect me." And I know some people are gonna be like, "I thought she was a 9 follower. Why is she so quickly to follow the Daedra?" She's kind of at that point where she's like, she is under the impression the 9 have forsaken her, so she's kind of like choosing to go with the Daedra, and Hircine is the one who's the werewolf, and he's the one who's basically giving her the freedom of the blood. Moving on, let's head into Gallows Rock. The more you eat corpses, the longer the longer you'll spend
Look at
as
this.
a.
Cowards must have locked the place down after Skior charged in. You can taste the fear.
You do get I don't think we have any abilities. Werewolf is not something I'm used to. I thought we had like a howl or a growl or something like that, which we could be used. To extend my bloodlust a little bit longer, because I need to. Because I want to be able to, like I said, I want to eat. I want to feed on all of these so that I can work towards getting a perk point. Because yeah, it says perk point progress increased, so I'm guessing that I have to do this for long enough to get the perks that I need to upgrade my powers.
There's a dead one, isn't there? Thought so. Nobody we know by the smell. Some can't separate the animal from themselves. Go feral. This poor sod could have been anyone.
I wonder if it's normal for that skeever not to attack me while I'm in wolf form. This is a interesting way for them to show off, like, oh crap.
This what you want? Huh?
I love the way it runs though. I obviously am trying to take into the fact that my health is very low.
No sign of.
I just hit the save. Luckily, I just dropped a quick save, so we should be right back into it. My health is low though, so it's like that's the one thing I wish there was a way to heal as a werewolf. Oh crap! I was kind of expecting to heal as we did damage. Oh crap.
No sign of it.
I like how I got in there and thought that pulling that would let me wait them out. That's basically going to be our plan, is we're going to turn and run for now. Ayla should be fine. I'm pretty sure she's counted as essential. In character, it's the mentality of the wolf inside of her, basically making her want to flee because she doesn't want to die. Alright, so hopefully now they are sealed in there. I will bring you guys back once we're out of werewolf state, because there's nothing I can do to turn us back. But we are too weak right now to actually win this fight as a werewolf. So I'll see you guys when we transform back. Okay, so Ayla came back while I was still transformed. We managed to kill this one, and I just fed on them, so it extended my bloodlust a little bit longer. I got a little bit of health back from it, so we're gonna go see if we can find the next is we're going to keep pushing while we wait for us to transform back. We might transform back, we might not. Now that I have a little bit more health, I'm hoping... There we go. I was hoping I could take this one down. I am wanting to transform back prior to leaving this place so I can loot it, because right now I can't do anything except feed on their corpses. So I'm going to need to transform back to be able to loot it. You do get a little bit of health back every time you feed. You just don't get a lot. And obviously if I'm low health and I can't fight, I can't kill, so I can't feed. One of the reasons why I'm not a huge fan of the werewolf. I think that they should have a... Oh crap, you're still alive. I think that they should have a health regen, at least to a decent degree. And I don't know if magic artifacts that heal me will still heal me while I'm in transformed. I don't know if my armor has any effect on this. I don't normally play as a werewolf. I love werewolves IRL. I love the idea of being a werewolf, but I've never actually played as a werewolf in this. I played as a werewolf in other games. And I just like the lore of werewolves. One of my complaints about being a werewolf in Skyrim, though, for one, is the health regen, because obviously I need it. I'm obviously not having a very good time with this because I'm not healing very often. Oh, I do have that. I may have just scared a few of them off, so I can now feed on these ones I killed. Oh, there's a werewolf pork. Oh, I got 2 of them. Do I want more? What's Underworld Vigor do? 100 points. That's useful. Terror, Totem of Terror, even higher level creatures. Alright. Werewolf Totem, Hunt Howl has extended range and shows whether the target is not combat searching or directly actively in combat. And Totem of the Ice Brothers, Werewolves Totems of Brotherhood calls Ice Wolves. We're going to go ahead and go with the Animal Vigor, because I want more health.
Will destroy you.
I also know that one of the other issues I'm having is the archers. I have to remember to use that ability more often. I'm more afraid of this guy in armor. We'll check what's after Animal Vigor for the next upgrade, but I'll probably want to go with more damage for the werewolf. Make myself a lot stronger. I get the fact that I'm new to this, so I'm not as powerful as I could be, but like I said, it's just... I don't know if I like being a werewolf more in Skyrim, just because of the fact that it's not very useful. Not to mention, as far as I know, it doesn't do anything for me when I'm in human form, so... I only get this beast transformation, which is cool, but you basically get one you basically get that with the vampire lord ability.
Be careful. Their leader is a tricky one. They call him the Skinner. I don't think I need to tell you why.
Yeah, probably not. I can't open that door. You also can't do a lot in this form, and originally you couldn't transform multiple times a day. You only could transform once a day. The ring gives you extra transformations. I don't know if it gives you unlimited. I don't know if it only gives you a couple. But I do see Sarah using this beast form quite a lot. Like I said, we're going to come back through and loot all this afterward. I'm just making sure I haven't left any survivors. I'd rather take all of them all now and get their hearts for my progression, not have to worry about it. I gotta go this way. It's also kind of hard to move around in this form. I don't think I can go into first person. Yeah, I can't. this guy apart. Oh crap. Ayla, can you distract him, please? Gotta grab me some lunch. Oh crap. That didn't work for very long. Ah, crap. And I know I went back. I have to go back quite a far. Is it back to when we were up in the upper lofts? Oh no, we're here. Okay, that's fine. This is before I got the perk. It is before I got the perk. I think we can do like a running strike. Yep. It doesn't work very well though. Or at least I'm not very good at using it. Get that guy off. I probably should stop chewing on my victims because I'm extending how long I gotta be in this form for. Buzzer off. I do think it would be cool if Ayla would go werewolf as well, but I kind of understand why she's not. I am also fighting the Silver Hand. They're better at fighting werewolves. Oh crap. Ah, frick. That's the only issue with eating corpses, is that it kind of locks you into doing that. But like I said before, I'm kind of limited. I either have to eat them now or not eat them, because once I transform back, I won't be able to have the choice to eat them. Because I won't get any benefit out of eating them if I wait. Alright. We're gonna try and kill this guy.
Nothing we can do for these.
Never should have come here. Not so fast.
I still don't get how that lunge is supposed to work. Alright, we're gonna eat this one. We're gonna go back and eat that other one. And then hopefully, when I'm done eating this one, I remember to drop a quick save, because I can't save while I'm eating. There we go. Ayla, move. Eesh. The only reason why I'm not a big fan of NPCs sometimes. Okay, we can get the first rank in bestial strength. Hopefully will help us take down some of these more rough opponents.
Someone there.
I shouldn't have started eating, I should have waited. Ah, crap. Out of the room. Alright, gonna give ourselves a boost. Then we're animal vigor. Out of curiosity, what does gorging do? Ooh, yes, please. And then savage feeding, able to feed off most dead creatures. Feeding off creatures instead of people only provides half the extended time. Okay. I definitely want that gorging though. Because that'll help with being a better werewolf. There we go. Go ahead and drop another quick save. I think the only one left is the guys in the room with the Skinner and the Skinner himself. Might try to wait it out because at this point I might need to go human for this. We're gonna keep pushing, dropping a quick save every once in a while to try and remember to keep ourselves from having to go as far back. Another silver hand. God, I hope that was Ayla. I don't have another book board, do I? Nope. I think this is that's the locked door. And then this leads to the Skinner.
Their leader is a tricky one.
We're gonna push in.
They call
Probably get our butts handed to us again, but that's fine. Nope, that was a bad idea. Shouldn't have fed. I wanted to feed so I could get my health back, but I felt like it was going to be a bad idea. Alright, let's run in. Kill this first guy. Scare those two. Alright, let's eat. We're gonna hit him. I think that might be the goal, is to just keep hitting him like that and setting him flying. There we go. Down this person. This person. At least Giora is dead. Alright. I think that's everybody. Let's just go down this hallway to check real quick. Yep. So we now need to transform back, so I'm going to bring you guys back once we transform back. We should be transformed back this time. See you guys in a little bit. Alright, welcome back. We are now back in our regular, we're now back to being normal. Or as normal as Sarah's going to be for a while. We'll notice that beast form is grayed out. I don't know if... So I think what I can do... I think this is a trick you can use. If I take off Hircing's ring, and then I go back in and I put Hircing's ring back on, that should, if I remember correctly... Nope, it didn't. So, yeah, we're only limited to a few.
Bastards. Somehow they managed to kill Skior. He was one of the strongest we had, but numbers can overwhelm. He should not have come without a shield brother. Get out of here. I'm going to make sure we got the last of them, and see if there's any information to be gotten from the bodies. You and I have work to do. The Silver Hand will tremble at our sight. Until next
Hey, we'll talk to her about that later. Not a huge fan of the Silver Hand quests. We might do a few of them, but I don't know how many. Ooh, I'll take that. That's an interesting helm. I'm going to go ahead and start looting everybody. First, let's take a look at this Silver Hand. I think this is the bandit underneath him. Apparently it's not. And he just has Apotheos armor. Not very impressive. I was expecting him to have something more impressive. Let's check this guy, and then we'll go backwards through the dungeon to do some looting, since we were in wolf form the entire time. But yeah, that's basically the wolf form. It's not very I don't find it very impressive, just because of the fact that it's a little difficult to control. It doesn't heal fast enough. Like, it has a lot of problems I don't like about it. Um, it definitely feels like I'm using a form that is not a strength, it's more of a weakening. Sure, our health is full. And drop a quick save just so that we know we're not going to be killed by a random survivor. Although I think it quick saved when I was dropping a bunch of oh wait, when I was dropping when I was basically skipping through time there trying to wait out the transformation. That's one way you can transform back. You can still wait, and if you wait a couple hours, it usually is enough to push you back to being human. It takes a minute, but it will kind of register that the time has been well over what you should have been able to stay transformed for. Grab this, the salmon steak, sweet pile. I won't use, I did just think about the fact that I was like, I wonder if it'll actually make you travel faster across Skyrim if you travel in a werewolf form. And it made me think about the telekinesis glitch. If I haven't mentioned it before in this, I know a couple of glitches in Skyrim. I don't plan on using them for this Let's Play. I don't like, using cheats and glitches. I don't mind using overpowered mods because that's a difference. There's a difference there. But I do not like using, basically what it would be game glitches or exploits. I was trying to see if I could do the enchanting thing, but that's because I've never been able to really see how that works or pull that off, so I was just curious. I would never have actually have used them for long-term use in this playthrough. I probably would have had a couple of them that we would use in like extreme cases, but I wouldn't have actually used many of them. Do they hate werewolves or just wolves in general? Because I just saw a dead wolf pelt up there. Although then again, I guess I don't hate wolves, but I hunt them and use their pelts. I highly doubt we're going to be using it much. Oh, that's a master lock. Oh. Set it. Get settled, folks. This might take a second. It's on that side. Be up here? No. Down to the left? No. Here? I think that was a little bit of movement right there on the last one. Let's try along this line. Nope. Try this one. Oh, no. Oh my god, it was like right near the center. Sometimes I'm annoyed by myself. Akram's Aquatic Escape. I think I already have that one. Alright, we'll take all that stuff. Berries. Which are burned books. Alright. Backwards. My guess is that that door comes out near one of those doors near the beginning, so that's why I'm not too worried about it. If it turns out it doesn't, I might be upset with myself, but I'm not really going to care much. I do know there were potions at the end of this. And I obviously need more health potions because I'm always running out of the darn things. Even though I grab these health potions and I never use them because I want to use them when they're useful, and I don't want to use them just to use them, so I end up saving them forever. The other gain to being a werewolf is we're immune to vampirism, so we're not going back to vampirism without, well, there's only one way I know of to go back to vampirism without curing being a werewolf. I'm wondering if I should let this one out. I know for a fact, I'm pretty sure that they'll just attack me if I do. Can I take werewolf pelts from you guys? Yes, I can. And human flesh, apparently. For those who are going to be like, I thought she'd be against human flesh. She's gorging herself on people. And while I could just sit here and say, oh, that's because she's in werewolf state and she's not thinking clearly. I don't know if I want to open this because I don't know if I could take a werewolf on in human form. So I don't want to have to fight him. Although what I could do, now that I think about it, don't we have a paralysis rune? Probably open it up and then hit him with a paralysis rune, and then watch him as he drops to the ground, and then hit him with the sword a bunch of times. Oh, it didn't work. Was not expecting that. Do I have fire breath? I thought I had breath of fire or fire breath or whatever the shout was that basically gives me fire. Weird. Let's do... Where's Vex of Fire at? There we go. She knew it wasn't a friend of theirs, so she didn't want to leave it. She didn't want to... She knew that she couldn't save it, but she didn't want to leave it to suffer in a cage. More food. I did say I was going to try and eat, but I haven't been doing that because, well, reasons. I think that's where this comes out. We might go back and make sure, but I'm pretty sure that's where this comes out. Torture tools. I don't know if that'll be useful to me, but I'll take them anyways. And this is where we came in at. Yep. I will bring you guys back. I'm going to go back just to make sure that that other way wasn't that the way you're supposed to go out wasn't a thing. If it's not, I'll probably see you guys outside. See you guys in a few seconds. Alright, so like I thought, it was just that door was where what I thought it came out into. We're back out into the wilderness. Sarah probably doesn't know how to feel about this whole thing. The last episode I actually put it as this story, freedom, or just another curse as the title, because I think that's how she feels. She doesn't know if she would count this as freedom, but she also doesn't know if she just sees this as another curse. She obviously has some benefits to it. It's a powerful form that she can take. It also doesn't lead to her getting attacked, as far as I'm aware. She has to deal with the Silver Hand now, but she now is immune to vampirism and can take on, doesn't have to worry about the growing vampire threat. As far as going to the Dawn Guard, we're going to put that off for a while. In character, she has no reason to want to go to the Dawn Guard now because she's not interested in fighting the vampires. And out of character, the reason I don't want to go is because then we would lose the vampire pretty quickly. Because obviously we would lose the werewolf pretty quickly because we'd be going vampire at that point. Again, I'm spoiling some of the story for that's going to come probably a lot later down the road, but I don't see a problem with that. I think it's pretty easy to tell what my plan would have been with that anyway, since I've talked about becoming a vampire again, and I've mentioned wanting to be a werewolf for a while. We're also not going back to there for a while. The way I'm going to play it off in character is she basically talked to her name to Ayla, and Ayla said that she was going to go back and let them know and cover for her. And that she should come see her in a couple of days for more information on the Silver Hand. Actually, I know exactly where we're going. We're facing the perfect way to do it. This is another situation of the bitter cup pulling her in a direction. We're up near Whiterun, and she feels the drive to pursue something. So she's just following her instincts at this point. Probably thinks it might be the werewolf, being a werewolf, that her instincts are sharper, or something along those lines. I feel like I know that cave, but I'm not entirely sure. Not interesting enough for me to go trotting off to it, though. We also have that one quest that I wanted to do for that one judge thing, which is Windhelm. So we might go over to Windhelm and do that. I've been trying to decide what I'm going to do. I haven't looked at any spoilers for it, so I don't know I don't know what exactly it all is. But I know we have to pick something with the beggar, because that's what the book said. And I feel like if I pick the wrong one, I might get a different ending.
Come along, no more stops. We need to find our way to Solitude.
You guys have a long walk ahead of you then.
This far-flung end of the Empire, anyway.
I told you it's the wedding of Vittoria Vici, an extremely well-connected.
Sarah has no care in the world about it. I like how it seems like when I'm on this side of the map, I get a lot of Solitude things, and then when I'm on the other side of the map, I get a lot of Riften things. Ayla? Probably out doing some searching on her own. I just find it interesting that we ran into her coming this way, and she's going the other way. It's like, what is she doing? As far as what happened, I think during the first transformation, I think what happens is that you transform, go on a bit of a rampage, then they transform, chase after you, kind of convince you, and with like werewolf speak to be like, hey, let's go hunting together, and leave the city, and they convince you to leave the city. You don't really get, for those who have never seen it, you don't really get much. You wake it, you turn into a werewolf, and you're outside of your Vasker. You terrorize the city. You can do whatever you want. You pretty much can run around, attack people. I killed one person and ate their heart. We'll talk about that more when we get back to the city, though. And you basically can do as you see fit for a while. The guards attack you. Everybody pretty much just attacks you. What I did was I ran around after I killed that person and ate their heart. I then ran towards the entrance of the city, and that's when my time of doing that expired. It doesn't last very long. It lasts a lot longer than I thought it would, but it doesn't last very long. So, and they basically always say the same thing, that you put up more of a fight than Focus did on his first transformation and all of that. Give alms to the beggar. Oh, we're gonna go see this beggar. I like how that was the first one. Where is this beggar? My ear is bothering me.
Another septum.
I don't like these headphones in the summer because they make my hair so warm.
Vampire hunters or something.
Need something?
Instead of alms, I'll pay for your prosperity, your hunger. You look hungry. Here's some bread. Here, have 100 gold pieces. Here, have a gold piece. I'm gonna go with praying. That would be what Sarah would do.
I understand. All right then.
As if Skyrim didn't have enough outsiders. Now we got mercenaries from Hammerfell strutting about. We're
gonna swim across this river. Some people might say, oh, she's no longer a vampire. What's your excuse for her not being cold anymore? Magic. Probably. If I'm not going to go with magic, I'd probably go with she's a werewolf. I believe werewolves should have benefits. I don't think they do. Let's see. Let's go to our thing real quick and see if we find anything. Would be under active effects, Ring of Hearsing, and the Universe Listens, Volsung, Blessing of Zenithar, Magic Backpack, Volsung, Master Ropes of Destruction, Sarah's Amulet, Master Bags, Master Ropes, Resist Disease. So here's a Resist Disease we get from the Beast Blood, which just makes us 100% of it immune to disease. Magic Resistance, and Booth, Lady Stone, and Volsung. So yeah, basically it doesn't do anything except give us the beast resistance, so you can't catch vampirism while you're a werewolf. So I can't say that I like being a werewolf. I think it's a step down from being a vampire. You get a bunch of buffs to being a vampire. Not to mention in the Dawnguard DLC they made you being a vampire even better. So that's my main reason. That's my main gripes about being a vampire in this game, or being a werewolf in this game. I feel like it should be a lot more powerful. I feel like it should feel a lot more strong. I don't know what they could give you, but I feel like you should be. I feel like it should be like an opposite to the vampire. The vampire makes you better at magic and better at stealth. This should make the werewolf should make you better at fighting and better at strength and give you faster health regens and stuff like that. This is the person.
That's all you got? I'll kill you. Stand.
Nope.
Guess it's all clear now.
I should have saved. Just realizing I didn't. Ugh. I really should have saved. Gonna do the exact same things and then head back. Be right back. Alright. We're back up here. I just dropped a quick save, so those of you wondering, are they gonna forget to quick save again? Nope, I didn't. We're also gonna do this. And buff myself with Iron Flesh. Grant myself a Rise of Magicka. And then switch over to Flames. I forgot to put health potions on my hotbar again. I always forget that. I think they also get removed when you end up using them all. We're gonna mark that. Make a fortify health. Got her. Eesh, that was rough. Ooh, ebony plate mail. I was just thinking that I wanted to see a full set of ebony plate. And we got a note to us out of that. We got a book as well. I don't think the book has anything to do with this. I think it's just the note that's important. To Sarah. First off, I'm sorry about the test. My hope was that I'd give me a window into your mind and bring me comfort to mine. You chose to pray for the beggar, putting your faith in the divines. After all, maybe it isn't food or water people need. Maybe it's hope in something greater than themselves. But the world is not a place where hope alone will save you. My advice to you is seize your destiny. Don't wait for an idle god then you'll be worthy to judge and executioner of your enemies, just as you were for me. Lastly, to the ones I know in life, don't mourn my death, as one of you once told me. When all you do is look to the past, it's time to close the book on one's future. I do so on my own terms. Goodbye. Dang. Okay, Skyrim, I see you. Wow, that's incredible. I like that story. I like that. I also like that thought process. I like how she looks at things. Like, it makes sense. Like she's saying she understands that Sarah has faith, but she's trying to make sure Sarah understands that just because you have faith doesn't mean you can't act on your own accord and seize your destiny. That's the blessing of Talos. I'm pretty sure this one just does shouts, but like, we're a little bit over, but that's fine. I'm glad I'm gonna end it on that little note. But I am curious to see this blessing of Talos. Blessing of Talos. Time between shouts is reduced by 20%. That's not bad. But I do find it interesting. Huh. Seize her destiny and stop waiting for idle gods. It is what she has done. Does make her wonder.